Ngoc Son Temple, J. Martin Temple. The temple is located in the central area of Hanoi, which was built in 19th century in the autumn of 1841 in commemoration of the brilliant military commander Trần Hưng Đạo, who led the Vietnamese people defend the Mongolian invaders. Many Vietnamese streets named after him, and he is considered as a national saint. Actually, the temple underwent several times of repair and upgrade as well. To come into the main part of the historical complex, we have to go through the three passage gates. Here is the first gate. It has a series of parallel ascendants with two large red Han words in the outside. The big red word on the right means happiness, and prosperity on the left. In Vietnamese culture, we believe there are three factors of successful life, which is happiness, prosperity, and longevity. You can watch the turtle inside the Ngoc Son Temple, which represents longevity in Vietnamese belief. After the first gate, you see on your left hand the Pen Tower. Like its name, the tower was constructed in the pen shape with a knob point into the sky, and beside there is a stone carved the words meaning right up in the blue sky. Move on to the second gate. You will see there are two animals carved on the wall, the tiger and the phoenix, which show the spirit of studiousness and respect for the literal examination of ancient feudal society. Ngoc Son Temple also a place where students, who preparing for the examination often come here to pray for good results. When visitors go through the third gate, people can recognize the special thing is the ink pad on the top. It is the green stone ink pad carved according to the peach half shape and concave surface. After past the three gates to enter Ngoc Son Temple, you guys have to cross through a wooden bridge named Thầy Húc Bridge, or in English it has a name like the Light of Dawn Bridge. After crossing through the bridge, you set foot in the moon grazing pavilion and the other places in the historical complex like the wave defense pavilion. And in general, you see, Ngoc Son Temple has ancient beauty in harmony with the nature. It is also the place to contain a lot of historical and cultural symbols. From Ngoc Son Temple, you can have a look at the Turtle Tower, which can be found in the heart of the Return Sword Lake. It is also a famous tourist attraction in Hanoi. May Ancient House. The architect is located in the 87 May Street, which is the best preserved ancient house in Hanoi up to now. The house was built in 19th century, and the owners of the house has changed several times since the construction day. But with the owners and the government's efforts, the house still maintained its original structure. The house was built following the traditional tube house structure with many layers, which is typical during that time. The front length is about 5 meters with a width and a back about 6 meters. And according to the Vietnamese belief, with the end broader than the front, the house with a blooming backland, this bring the owner fortune and joy in a later life. The house contains two floors. On the first floor, the outermost room closest to the street is used for, displaying goods and selling place in common for doing business. And you also can exchange currency here. Next, you can see a central yard, a kind of special desire to take use of the natural light from the sun and also decorated with some pots of trees and flowers. Crossing the yard, you will see the living area of the family, the place for welcoming guests. Vietnamese often invite the guests with tea or betel in the past. The innermost part of the house is kitchen and toilet place. On the second floor is a space for worshipping and sleeping. Dong Xuan Market. At the end of 19th century, the old quarter of Hanoi had two main markets, Hàng Đường and Hàng Mã. In 1889, the two markets were replaced by Dong Xuan or Springfield Market. There's a wide range of products are sold here, from seafood, fried goods, variety of tropical fruit, clothes, and electronic equipment as well. And the goods here mainly for wholesaler. Dongsun markets often run in daytime and only open at night, about 6 p.m. to 1 or 2 a.m. in the weekends, and the tourists can visit here to purchase souvenir handicraft or also taste traditional food.